Alright. Hello and welcome back to the fifth Blightfall part. This is the first one I recorded after the episode 3 incident where I needed to make the funny presentation to recap things. Sorry about that. But where we left off was, yes, I had just made this smeltery. I did a little bit, just a small amount of off-camera play just to get a couple more things sorted out farm-wise. For a few more things. What I was thinking, the plan for today, I believe I mentioned at the end of episode 4 that what we need to do is locate lava to fuel the smeltery. Of course, we'll need a bucket. I wonder if there's some sort of... Oh, it has the clay bucket from one of the Tinker's Constructs add-ons. That's fun. However, I do believe that if you use this for lava, it only works once. And then it disappears. If it's like a lava or some sort of molten metal. So I think, even if it's less efficient... Actually, I'm thinking, no, it would be a less efficient use of the iron, but... Actually, yeah, we don't have any clay. Is there a way to craft clay, or am I going to have to go out for it? Okay, we can craft clay, but not through means we have access to. Oh yes, I also bought a seed bag from the item shop. So if we see what we get, a barley seed bag. How delightful. So when we have more space, we can make the farm larger. Okay. What I'm going to do, we're going to go grab some clay, make a handful of clay buckets for lava purposes. Whoa! Go away, evil chicken. Gonna make a small handful of clay bucket. No, I'll take another seed bag while we're here. With more barley seeds, okay. Anyway, so as I was saying, we will create some clay buckets to bring with us. What I want to do today is take a little trip spelunking, going down underground through the caves, which I think would be more interesting than simply just going mining off screen. If we run out of things to do, I may go strip mining off screen, but well, if nothing else, there's that cave in the base. But by bringing these ethereal blooms to make it safe, I think we could travel through it fairly easily. So, see here. This clay. I know there's clay around here somewhere. Aha! I think this is it. Yes, clay. Okay, 12 is enough to give us 4 buckets. I am perfectly happy to get 4 buckets of clay. We get more. We might need more clay later, but for now, well, 4 buckets is probably more than enough for the limited quantities of lava we will be finding. Oh, evil chicken. Okay, is it gone? Okay, it's just gonna go and kill the animals there. That's fine. And what was the recipe? What was it we do? Ah, yes, we craft the clay into regular bucket form, regular bucket recipe, and then smelt it. I hope the big buckets, I hope the fired buckets stack. But it should be fine. Oh, that's our saplings. Okay, looks like it looks like they do. That's awesome. Okay. We have our tool station. On the other hand, I don't think I'll need to repair the tinker tools while down in the caves. Maybe I won't bring that. Get the bucket, the boat. Have. Oh, I suppose I shall want to craft additional torches. Let's. What logs do we have? Nothing special. Okay. Whoa! Here's a big tree. Okay. More than I was. Not the kind I was hoping to find. You're looking at these, what I'm reminded of is with these goals to get better metallic material, better amounts of metals, what we need is to make something called a tool forge, which is basically an advanced tinker tool table that allows you to make like more metal. Allows you to make more kinds of tools because it's it's larger, it's got more space on it or whatever. Basically, fancy table means more tools, including something called a lumber axe, which cuts down a whole tree on its own. That's fine. It needs quite a lot of metal to do that, so that's not something we can do right away. But it's something of a long-term consideration. But let's go down. Ooh. Not very much food, though. What can we do? I don't want to waste time. Let's buy some more nutrient bars. Here we go. Only costs a little bit of reputation. Now let's check our video settings here to see. Okay, the brightness is set to bright. Just want to make sure that it's okay in here in the cave. So on my time playing Blightfall, I have learned what I call the bloom technique for making going through caves a little bit safer. It's probably pretty basic, but well, it's probably pretty obvious and basic, but you bring blooms with you. And then by planting them, they purify the area around you, stopping the taint from respreading as you make your way through the cave. Of course, if you don't have lots of them, you're not going to get particularly far unless you pick them back up. It's a sort of slow but steady way of traversing the cave. There we go. What's this? A coal ore? We can grab some coal. That would be very handy to have. Saves me from making a whole bunch of extra charcoal. Oh, and iron ore. Not the number one item we were looking after, but something we're going to need quite a lot of. Especially if we decide to get into the machining eventually. I'm no expert in machines, but there's quite a lot you can do with them. Can't get into them without the ability to make sorry, I jumped a bit. I saw the bloom and I panicked. I saw green in the cave. I forgot I planted that there. I got scared by my own safety measure. But look at this, see? It's removing the tent. Oh, just on its own while we mined that iron and coal. Giving plenty of space for safe traversal. And there's that uncorroded spot over there. But if I example to something like this. Oh, I wish there was a tool that was faster at mining this. Something like this. Ooh, more coal. Always useful. You never have enough coal. That's something I think when it comes to this game is just there's no such thing as too much coal. Always things you can do with it. And if you really truly have more than you know what to do with, you can always just make it into blocks and use it for decoration. Although, maybe not in this version. Yeah, no, this version does have coal block. I couldn't remember when they got added. Yeah, block of coal, and then colored. What's this? Ah, of course, extra utilities. Paintbrush. This is needed to craft colored brick / colored wood planks. In addition, you can shift right click on a colored block. Ooh. So I can take a colored block, turn other blocks that are valid to that color. That's fun. That could offer some very nice building decoration type utility. Maybe there's special properties that these colored blanks in stone have. In fact, let's try. What is it? Frequency? Let's look at, say, white stone bricks. Apparently, doesn't see anything special, but they are very nice. They do look very nice. Look at all these blocks. What does the colored redstone do something different? Or some micro block. Oh, micro blocks. Oh, what kinds of saws can we make? Stone with flint. Okay. This is all base decoration junk that I shouldn't be getting too into, but I mean, micro blocks, you know, I might do some of this between parts. Just getting fancy decoration items. Furniture and such. Because I'm a big fan of building in Minecraft. I wouldn't consider myself very good at it, but it's something I find a lot of fun in. Let's... Oh yeah, there we go. This is much faster. Carving a path through. Not entirely convinced of how wise it is to do this. Whoa, cave. Was that a cave noise? Hmm. Ooh, more iron. Okay, well we're getting plenty of this stuff, even if what we're looking for. I suppose we're a bit too, yeah, we're a bit too high up to really be finding lava. What we need to know is, does the cave system go deep down? Because this biome we chose to start at, the game said is a very good starting location. So I'm wondering if that perhaps includes the cave system that it's located within, it's located next to, having lava for tinkering. Oh, that gave me a real jump there. No, don't want this to spread. As I'm saying, this this method is not quite like a foolproof method of safety, but it's better than nothing. I believe... There we go. Triple bloom. Some sort of triple bloom technique. Eliminate these tainted blocks and return it to regular ground. Oh, does this thing take damage from being in a purified biome? Maybe that would explain it. That would explain what's happening. Well, whatever, I'm gonna kill it. Okay, it will take torch. There we go. Quest book. Okay. With the blooms. Well, the purpose of this expedition is to try to locate helpful minerals and lava. Seems to me that this way doesn't seem to go down right away. So it goes down here, it seems to go back up. You don't have a quest to deal with that. No biologist. Oh, we haven't killed one. Okay. You know what? Here we go. Go in. A paranormalist. Oh, a quest. Oh, Botania quests. But we need to get potions of invisibility, some sort of fancy things. It's slime, crowbars, saws, tools. Okay, well that's crazy. We don't have diamonds yet, so we can't exactly make the diamond saw. I mentioned there. No, don't want taint poison. You know, this is a lot slower than I was expecting. Let's try the tunnel bloom. Here we go. This is the... I will pioneer a new name for this combo method. The tunnel bloom technique. If we tunnel around, faster than break, it's safe, but faster than simply breaking the blooms. Although come to think of it, the map has keep inventory set to 1. I could always just go somewhere and dig straight down. To just try to find somewhere deep underground. Okay, something like this. Okay, let's go. Almost certainly better mining techniques than my silly thing, like just having health regeneration going on from being at full hunger and just running through. But I would like to play it safe. More coal. No, we won't mine the coal just now. Come back for these. There doesn't seem to be anything of note really here. Alright, I think I saw more cave around this part. Yeah, yes. Tunnel, okay. What am I saying? Okay. There's always, I suppose there's always, we could go explore more, try to find that volcano region. But for now, we're just gonna dig. Down, 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 down. Okay. Tunneling, of course, because it's safer than digging straight down. I just realized I forgot to grab the buckets. Oh, I am so silly. That's fine, we can always find the buckets. Buckets find the lava at waypoint so we know where to go back to. Something like that anyway. What's this? Limestone. Well, if nothing else, doing it this way is giving me plenty of nice extra stone to build with. What's this? Promethium ore! Oh, how delightful. This is something that one of our quests was suggesting we try to find. Hold on, so first, let's see it. Does this geologist have to say? Oh, we haven't. We have stone. Okay, we have cobblestone, and we have discovered promethium. Silver. Okay. Common materials. One of each. A bunch of common ores. Okay. This Carmot. Oricless. Lead, tin, copper, platinum, ferrous. A bunch of stone. You know what? You could also... I suppose if nothing else, that mass stone sampling quest would let me clear the inventory of a bunch of spare blocks. They're just eating up space. Maybe, what's this? Amber bearing stone. Don't know if there's anything we can do with that yet. Do this. Submit. Okay. Let's go deep underground down to Diamond Lair. Maybe between parts I'll end up making one of those, like a proper strip mine. And do a little bit of off-camera mining, as they say. Oh, good, good, good. We're making a backup. Always love backups. I will happily re-record. I will make sure to check the audio better this time so there's no repeat of the episode 3 incident. Do I have wood? I have no wood. Okay. I think no way to make more torches. That's fine. I'll have to go back to the surface soon enough anyway. What I'm thinking is if we don't find a lava pit deep underground from this mining exploration soon enough, I will simply return to the surface. We'll return to the surface and we could instead go on an expedition to that volcano. Oh, earth-infused stone, did that say? Gladly. Oh, and more promethium. I mean, we're sort of skipped the need for promethium in terms of tool advancement. However, metal, perhaps we could use promethium to make the forge. Perhaps we could make armor with the promethium. There are plenty of factors to consider that could be used for. I think it's a little bit lower than the lava typically appears. Put one of these here. Hmm. Alright, alright. That's no issue. Ooh, more iron. Okay, I think this is enough to say that this is perhaps not going to be a successful lava finding expedition. Oh, you know what? I'll grab amber. There we go. With these rocks, what can we do? We can make an amber block. We can use them to make a vial of sane thoughts. We can make a block out of them. Nice. And the block can be used to make bricks. Okay. Basically, we can do nothing with them, but they're probably part of some wizard things because it says it's from Thaumcraft. Now, I'm not an expert when it comes to wizard things, but I do find the mod interesting. So perhaps we will unlock the wizard things that we can do with the amber later. That's right, that reminds me. We need iron to start with Thaumcraft as well. We're back here, okay. Oh, this is a dead end. And let's run through. Pickaxe is low on durability, but you know, we'll take a brief run through the darkness here. Another dead end. Fair enough. Let's skedaddle our way back. Don't know what I was expecting. That's no issue. Block this back up. Don't want any of those little thaumics. What are they called? Thaumic slimes? The purple slime dudes slipping away into our base. We can, there we go, harvest all of these delightful foods. And we need to repair our tools. There we go, bread. Okay, what we need 3 more stacks of bread. Not 3 more, 2 more stacks of bread. Earth shard, apples. Okay, promethium ore. Got. And we can turn it into a block. And we use the block. Okay, we cannot use the block to make a tool forge. Good to know. Good to know. The forge is not a major concern. Okay, quest book. Okay, quest book. What do we have going? Oh! I can request silver because we found a silver ore. Okay. Takes 3 reputation to get 1. Alright. Not super useful to us. The scout. Volcano. 311-136-181. Oh yeah, I see. Okay. Volcano. Make it red. So it's over there. And it gave us the location after the Taiga quest. So if we go to Taiga, and we can see, aha, yeah, it's 416 blocks away. Let's get going on this lava quest, part 2. The lava adventure. The lava adventure, one might say. Do I still, ooh, and I remember, oh, of course I have the boat. What's that? Is that something up there? Hmm. Okay. We can make our way safely enough to the waterfront and deploy the boat. Set sail. Okay, so Volcano Land, the waypoint is really high up. Is that the jungle? No, it's a different jungle. This is... Oh, I see. This volcano island has a jungle-like environment. Okay. Oh, yeah, and look at all of that lava. It says volcano. Created an island, new number of ores, similar to the nether. Okay. No boat! Oh, goodness me. It might be hard to get up here. Okay. That was easy. I'm fully expecting there to be some sort of dangerous enemies here. So I'm not entirely convinced of the safety of traditional methods of traversal across the ground. We have blocks? No, I put all of my blocks in the chest. We could make blocks. And while I'm here, I could try to collect some saplings to protect the tree. I don't think we have jungle trees yet in the sapling chest. Come on, one more. Something like this. Yeah. And then turn this planks, and we can make ourselves a big old pile of wood. And just bridge across. Something like that. Should be a mostly safe method of getting to the waypoint. Or the teleporter beacon, I think it's technically called. To get some sort of nether resources while we're here. Whilst we're in the area, you can nab their blooms. Which... Put the shimmer leaf... Oh, okay, we've got shimmer leaves on us already. Just a small quantity of nether-like materials. I don't know what, if anything, we'll be using soul sand for. But I do know... Oh, okay, if stingberry bush can grow on it, that's one use case. Perhaps that's it's an extra type of food, if nothing else. Do need that variety in the diet. And a duskberry bush. Okay, those are new. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, evil sheep slain. Now how will I navigate through this lava? Suppose I can use the snow as a standing point while it's still here. One, two, three, 4 buckets of lava. Wonderful. We have what we've come for. The goal of the video has been achieved. Now all we need to do is get this lava back to the base. Ideally alive, and we can start smelting iron. I suppose we could always smelt the iron, but now we can do it more efficiently through Tinker's Construct. Okay, now here's the test. Are the clay buckets reusable? No, not with lava. I think they're reusable with water and other cold materials. I'm beginning to think that I should build a fence to keep the evil monsters out. Why would it be in there? It's in here. Okay. So this can smelt up to 15 at a time. Perfect. That's all of that. Now I do know that by putting in stone, we can turn 4 blocks of cobblestone into 1 block of the smeltery. It's like seared brick. Right now we can't do any fancy material casting. We need, funnily enough, we need casts to cast. But for that, we need gold or aluminium brass. So if we need, which is either aluminium and copper, or we'll just gold. But perhaps we will consult the tomes in order to locate gold. Let's see what's in here. Mining and resource collection. Do we have gold information that's in deep iron, nether quartz, Urclis? And no, I would like to know where gold is, please. The entry on gold is locked. Obtain it. To unlock it, obtain a hard metal material such as... Okay. Such as an iron... Okay. Oh, never mind. There, it has gold. Can be mined by 3. Found everywhere except the outer oceans between heights 0 and 32. Okay. We can get it. Not the most... Is it? Look at this. Doubled the iron. We need these 4 iron blocks, which will let us craft the table. And I'll need more grout. Or seared bricks. And without an ingots cast, we can't turn stone into seared brick. You see, you need the cast. Turn it into specifically a brick, because we can turn it into bricks. Just plain blocks, not bricks. Forge. Unless... Let's see, it says here it has to be specifically the brick. Although, they are all variations on ID 818. I don't think it's worth the worry, though. What are they doing? Are they having a little party there? I suppose the way we started will be the way we ended. We must return to the river to acquire more clay. How fun. Well, it's not that we must, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. I would like to make this tool forge for this video. It gives us a nice thing that we will have completed. We have achieved the goal of creating lava, filling up our smeltery, the purpose of which was to not only be more efficient at mining ores. I think we need sand as well. Definitely have gravel. But I think I need some extra sand. Let's grab some of that while we're here too. Oh dear. Hope the swarms don't notice, please. Why is there a boat there? Did I just leave a boat? Alrighty. Just got to skedaddle back at full max speed, full throttle. Let's go. Let's go. We are back. Where did I put that gravel? Here it is. So I believe it was one piece of clay, 4 of these. No, it was one clay block for the crafting recipe. There we go. Probably more grout than we'll need more of, but that's fine, because we need 12 just now. 12 grout just now. However, more bricks is handy. More bricks allows for future expansion on the smeltery. Nom 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 nom. And what this has been going on, I was saying that like 40 minutes is longer than usual, but no, it seems like 40 minutes is becoming the average amount of time for me to get things done. It's just that the first couple parts were shorter. I don't mind, it's as long as it takes me. I'm sure if you've been keeping up with this as one could politely call it minimal editing, which is to say, of course, none really. It's pretty much just the gameplay footage. But that's fine. This is just meant to be a relaxed, casual type thing. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out a couple things. I'm not sure what kind of builds I want to do around the base when we have a safe zone to construct within. Perhaps we want to lean into the science fiction nature of the game. It could, I don't know how how we could get like some sort of bulk glass. Like, is there a way to make sand? I guess. What about, yeah, like these are just ways to turn glass into different kinds of glass. I don't particularly think there's some sort of fancy way to get mass quantities of glass, but we could do some sort of thing to lean into the science fiction nature of the scenario. I like the idea of, we're here in our biodomes. We're here and surviving in our biodome, and as we expand, we build more safe domes, but that would take a lot of glass, a lot of sand, and we do not have a lot of sand. But we have achieved it. The tool forge. So you see that this stencil table? The way that we can make all sorts of strange pieces that we did not have access to yet, like this larger axe head or this big gold square. That is what the tool forge is for. Behold, we have many more tools available. The hammer, a 3x3 pickaxe, the lumber axe we discussed earlier, the excavator, a 3x3 area shovel, the scythe, which is very good for attacking in terms of range, as it says, and does stuff for plants, the cleaver, which is a giant anime sword. I've never made the battle axe. I don't know if the battle axe is worth it. It could be an interesting weapon to try out. But let's see here. What we want is a lumber axe. So we need big axe head, big plate, big binding, and big tool rod. I don't want the donkeys in here. Okay. What I want is my stencil table. So we need broad axe head, large plate, tough binding, and tough rod. Okay. Well, we can certainly start by making one of these lumber axes out of all this bloodwood we've got going about. Bloodwood. So something like this. These have their durability modifiers. So then, head, handle, plate, and this. We have the Bloodwood Lumber Axe. We'll call it, I shall dub this, the Mega Axe. Which notably, it's much slower at mining or cutting than the regular hatchet. But that's perfectly fine. Because it cuts down the entire tree at once, like I said. To test out our new thing, why don't we try it on the bloodwood, the small bloodwood I had growing? Because we're going to need more bloodwood. Don't know why this one grew so small when the other one grew so large. But slow to mine? Ah, I see. It doesn't detect it as a vanilla tree, but it does mine in a larger area anyway. I think this is still, even if it's not what I was expecting, it's still pretty useful to have. Oh? Let's try digging like this. Okay. Well, it seems that the Bloodwood doesn't want to play nice with the lumber axe, and that's perfectly fine. So instead, let's go demonstrate it on a regular... Is this a piece of... Oh, a piece of tainted land in the middle of my safe zone? No can do. Let's plug that up with the pure daisy. Do we have... Let's see, of course, yeah, we do have bone meal, but I can claim more for convenience. We'll make a big old tree. Just a regular tree. There we go. That's a decently sized tree. So it breaks it down and it just cuts it off. Cuts it up entirely. Now that's a real convenience tool for me. And it saves the amount of time that you would spend watching me cut down a normal tree. There's other things again. The hammer, good for strip mining. The excavator, I suppose, useful salt. Of course, there's other weapons. A longbow, even, I could try out. A crossbow. I do like the sound of the crossbow. as a weapon. This is a whole lot of things that require a whole lot of tinkering. We do still need some sort of good ranged weapon, and perhaps, let's see, messing around with bows and fletching and all of this stuff doesn't work well for me. But a shuriken could work. Short range throwing weapon, thrown instantly. Low damage, high capacity. What kind of piece is that? Well, we don't have it. A throwing knife? I could make a throwing knife. Well, there's many of these we can... Perhaps this is something that I could have a future part dedicated to truly exploring instead of sitting here for another 50 minutes playing around with making all of these fancy new weapons. I love fancy new weapons. I'm sure you love fancy new weapons. We've already been here quite a while, and I do not want to take up all of your time. As such, with this new creation of ours, with the lava secured, I think we can certainly call today a success. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, night, or whichever mysterious fifth option is available in your time zone. Thank you kindly. Goodbye.